What's up, you guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Karibuni sana. Thank you as usual for passing by to whatever, to view, to subscribe, to anything that you pass by to do in this channel. You're very much appreciated. Thank you very much for the support so far. I want to get straight into this chart because, guys, I realized I'm one of those people who keep deviating. Like, I'm one of those people when I fall in the mirror. I just want, like, if I was to talk for 10 minutes, I end up talking for 20 minutes. Like, I'm just one of those people. Even in our family, sometimes we are having tunaongea na alafu naenda hapo kanauliza madhe uko katikati guy by the ngani yenyewe iwide. I'm just one of those people who keep deviating, but today I just want to get straight into the chat. Alright guys, now we all have problems at some point. We all have problems at some point, and you know, and we go through different challenges, and that's the whole point of life. And you know, sometimes we say, and someone was telling me that I don't think it's fair to say that life is not unfair. I'm like, what are we supposed to say? Like, what are you saying and what are we supposed to say? Like, that's the whole point of life. We have to go through things, you know, through these things to become stronger. And you know how you like go for, see now my you know how we go for an interview sometimes and you feel like, by the way, that interview, and you fail at it and you fail and you're like, by the way, that interview, me, I feel it could have been mine. Me, I feel I was the perfect fit for it. I feel like I was better than the rest. You know, when you judge it, you are like, by the way, I feel like I was better than the rest and I could have gotten the chance. Tell me, how is it fair that you get the chance and that other person doesn't? So life is not fair. That is what it is. Take it as it is. And you know, it's, you know, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. That's what we are told. So it's all the challenges of life put together. But guys, that's not my point for today. My point is what I want to talk about, and I just want to do a short video. What I want to talk about is our problems, guys. And this is a perspective I want to share about that. And you know, me, I just say here that it doesn't mean that my perspective is right. It just means that I like sharing my opinion. And if you have your opinion, please share it on the comment section. It's very much appreciated. But guys, we all have problems at some point in life. But guys, I think it's important to know that just because someone has it worse, it doesn't mean that your problems are less. It doesn't mean that your problems are a non-issue. It doesn't mean that your problems are invalid, because Kenyans tuko na hii tabia. Ukiambia mtu shida na kwambia wewe unasema wewe ati umelala njaa siku moja. Unajua mimi kuna time nilifast 1 month. Unajua mimi kuna time sikukula nilifast by force 1 month. Ati ulikuwa mgonjwa hivi, mwingine anakuambia guy, unajua kuna mse wetu alipass. Ati na unasema I know. And sometimes I know they say that to make us feel better, to make us feel like we are also gonna come out. But to some extent, sometimes you feel like, it's like you've made my problem invalid. I think it's important to know that just because I'm having it different, or I'm not having it like you, it doesn't mean like it's invalid. It doesn't mean like I'm not going through anything. It doesn't mean that it's not an issue. It doesn't mean like, no, yours is, you're gonna come through, yeah. And I think the other thing that I want to say about problems, I think ni important kuambia watu kwa nini unaambia mashida zao. This is a new year, man. New year, new problems, new devils. We are gonna deal with all of them. But I think it's important because we all have those friends that we tell our problems, and we are like, hey, by the way, I want to tell someone this and this and this, but guys, this is what I do. This is mine. This is what I do. I think it's important to tell someone why exactly you're telling them the problem. This is the rule that I work with in my life. There are people that I text. There's a close friend that I text and I tell her or him. I tell him, you know what? I'm not even looking for a solution. I'm not even, I don't even want help. I'm not even looking for a solution. Maybe you just want to vent. I think it's important to establish a foundation and to establish a reason as to why you're giving them your problems. You're sharing your problems. Maybe sometimes it's not even about getting a solution. Maybe you just want to vent. Maybe you just want to feel better. Maybe you just want to gain a perspective. Or maybe you're not even looking for a solution. So it's important to avoid all these things of it's important to let people know why exactly are you sharing your problems with them. I think it's important to establish that foundation. So guys, history ya kuambia mtu anakufanya ufeel ni kama mashida zako ni kidogo na zake ni mingi, tuache. Let me tell you, a problem is a problem regardless of how big or how small you think it is. And again, how big or how small you think a problem is according to your view, that is your view, that is your perspective, that is your judgment, that is in the eyes of the beholder. To me, it might be a big problem. To you, it might be a small problem. problem. I think it's fun to tell people, you know, and also it's good to allow people to give people time, you know, cause kuna mtu ukianza tu kumwambia mashida naanza kukwambia ati unasema wewe hata hujapitia mimi nimegongwa na life. I understand that sometimes ukituambia hivyo tuna feeling so siko peke yangu, and cause problems are common, but again it makes me feel like my problems are invalid. There is a time and there is a place for everything. There is a time, and there are also people who just share their opinion, and you didn't even ask for their opinion. You didn't even ask for a certain opinion, and they just give you some honesty. Let me tell you guys, not everybody wants your honesty. Not everybody wants your brutality, your radicality. Is it radicality or radical? Not everybody wants your honesty. Sometimes people are just like, it's okay. You don't always have to share your opinion. You don't always have to share your opinion. You know, it's okay to give people time. It's okay to understand where people are coming from. It's okay to also make them feel like, you know what, you're gonna come through like this. But it's not what you say. I always say this, that it's not what you say. It's how you say it. It's how you really package it. It's how you say it. So guys, sometimes I know there are people who give us opinions and we feel like, yeah, that is a very good opinion, but sometimes we feel like, no, it was not a necessary opinion. Not everyone wants your honesty, and not everyone is able to handle your opinion. Not everyone is able to handle the packaging of your opinion. We are all at different places in life. So guys, and I appreciate people who are honest and tell me, you know what, I think you should be, I think you're like this, and I think you could do better, you could try to change it. You know, there are people that you know how to package, but there are people who just come and tell you you're bad at this, you suck, you're not good. But man, not everybody wants your honesty. You know, some things are discussions that we have with people who it's not okay. You know, there are people who ask you questions and you wonder, what's your problem? What's your problem, man? Some very innocent questions, but manzezi huma. Unaona dem amenono unaanza kumuuliza kama ako na ball. Please. Some of these conversations are conversations that you have with your boyfriends, are conversations that you have with your mom. Moshene unamwambia, by the way, huyo mtoi wake na huyo unaona kama wanafanana, unaona kama. But these are not things that you tell people. It's important to be careful with what we say to people, because man, it's not how we say it, it's not what we say, it's how we say it. So guys, as we share our problems this year, as we share our opinions this year, please let's know the difference between being honest and being rude. Let's know when the sarcasm is too much. Let's know exactly why. Let our friends know exactly why we are sharing our problems with them. Are we looking for solutions? And let's accommodate each other. And just try to be careful, you know. And don't just be out there saying that this is who I am, this is what I do, this is who I am, this is my personality, accept me for who I am. And I know I said that in my last video. No, we are not doing that this year. This year, we will be careful with your words. Words are important. There are people who've told me things in my life when I was growing up, and even right now when I'm an adult, and I still don't forget it because of how they said it, and I felt offended, and I felt, if they could have approached me in this way, it could have been better. So guys, it's okay to share your opinion, and sometimes it's also okay to know, and you should also know that your opinion sometimes is unpopular, and unpopular opinions mean that you should not share some of these opinions. Just keep them to yourself, or just have that conversation with someone that you unapiganga moshene na yeye. But let's be careful this year. Let's be careful, and as we face the challenges, as we share our challenges, let's have the talk tips. Sijui naweza semaje, tujue kucombat, tujue venye tuna work around na hizi vitu, because sometimes there are things that people say to you and you're like, by the way, I didn't ask for your opinion, that was not needed, that was unnecessary. And sometimes we could actually hurt people and we don't know, because of how we say things and because of what we say. And it's important to know how to package things, and it's important to also know where people are coming from. Like when a friend is sharing a problem with you, ask them, so do you need my help? Or rather, don't even wait to be asked. Tell them, by the way, leo nasikia tu kuvent, nasikia adulting imenichosha, acha ni vent. Kuna mtu amenikosea, acha ni vent. Hata sitaki solution, usinisaidia. I just want to a platform ya kuventia. It's important to put some of these structures and some of these foundations in places, especially in our relationships, you know, our relationships with our friends especially. It's important, and this is how I have avoided. Let me tell you, me, I'm one of those people. Me, I don't like drama. I know I talk a lot and all that, but I like a very quiet life. I like a peaceful life, and we all have the peace of mind. And the peace of mind comes, by knowing what are the boundaries that you have with your friends, by knowing that, oh, we are okay to talk about this, we can talk about this, we can enjoy each other, you know, we can be sarcastic towards each other to some extent, but we know how to handle our friends. We know what they can handle. That is that's care. That's care. Ukijua venye unafaa kuhandle your friend, ukijua na kuanga hivi, that's caring for their heart. Basi kusema no, me, I'm a brutal person. I say it as it is. And I used to be one of those people. I'm actually one of those people when I am a sarcastic, what do I say? See, sarcastic, but I make jokes a lot. And sometimes I feel like I take my jokes too far. And I feel like, no, that joke was not, There's sometimes I just make a joke and I'm like, by the way, we was and I'm learning how to tame my sarcasm. I'm learning how to tame my jokes. I'm learning how to tame how I talk. But manze, this year, let's know that people's problems matter. It doesn't matter whether they're different from yours. It doesn't matter whether people, as a problem is a problem, as long as a problem shared. I know it's a problem, whether it's big, whether it's small, a problem is a problem. And if someone, comes to you and tells you your problems, don't be the kind that just wraps it up, that just puts it under the bus by giving your own problems and by giving your own perspectives and be like, And I think let's know that sometimes people are not looking for solutions when they are telling us their problems. No, sometimes people are just looking for a platform to vent. So before you even utter a word and just tell them, by the hata mimi nilikuwa nimepitia unasema wewe haya kwa si kubwa. Let's understand that people tell people, share with people stuff for different reasons. So yeah, that's my topic for today. Check in overdo. Nilisema nitafanya 10 minutes. Overdo. Customers, si kwa bad. Ne kanua kaka kanua le, and I'm still rocking my afro. January bado, I don't ask my January, but yeah, I hope that your problems this year, they will be handled in the right way, because at some point we all have problems. We not only problems with finances. Sometimes they are just emotional problems. Sometimes they are mental problems. They doesn't really have to be financial. Sometimes it's just us. We have piled up stuff in our minds. Maybe it's loss, maybe it's something. But man, let's be careful with how we handle our friends, with how we handle our families when they tell us stuff, when they share their opinions. Let's be careful with hizo tactics zote tuzijue manzi, to avoid to undo the hurtings that people already have in them. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. I hope you actually watched to the end. See you on my next video. And yeah, thank you guys for passing by, and subscribe, hit that button below. Manze by the tunapeleka is stuff to the next level in the coming months. Lazima, we are taking to the next level in terms of the quality especially. But thank you so much. So far so good. Have a good week.